So it's been a lot going on, man. I've been it's a few things I want to talk about, but I'm gonna ask you first. Is it some things you've been up on, some things, new things you come across, been some things you discovered, something new for people to know? What have you anything?
Man, right now, I'm on the road, man. I just had a stage play. Shout out to the black chocolate nutcracker, the dark chocolate nutcracker, excuse me. I've been, on the road, touring with them, doing a little stage play, dancing in it, doing my music, performing, doing all kind of stuff, man. So I've been busy, bro. Doing a lot of stuff, getting my name out there, my branding. Getting ready for this movie release, Quincy Murdoch the movie, December 25th, Christmas Day, on QuincyMurdoch.com/ the movie. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot going on, man. Not just music podcast, doing some big things. You know what I'm saying? We just dropped that merch, people. So y'all make sure y'all get that support if y'all can. Get them t-shirts, you know what I'm saying? For my fellow podcasters. And even if you're not a podcaster, you know what I'm saying? You just love the brand, you know what I'm saying? Just, support it, man. Some nice gear. But other than that, man, just staying busy, bro. I ain't really had my eyes on a lot of media because I've been busy. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of stuff going on right now from sports to you know what I'm saying, entertainment. I know we talked about this in the past, the Dion situation. Well, their season is officially over. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the hype kind of it died down towards the end. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I feel like the expectations were high in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Um, and I feel like people expected Dion to win. They expected him to do this and do that, like just his first year. Then
Yeah.
it seems like those same people, like when they started losing it at the end, this is his first year. You know what I'm saying? Give him some time. So I felt like that was kind of awkward to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? The expectations should remain the same. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. If you
Yeah.
losing or winning, so it's crazy, man. Like the superstars on the sideline in the beginning of the season, you ain't seen none of them at the end. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So it's like that's a tricky situation, man.
Definitely. I mean, you got a
What you
lot to
think
live
about
up.
that, man?
You got a lot to live up to being in the spotlight. Period. Dion has had a good learning lesson this year. If nothing else, it's a lot that was a lot to be learned because it was a different flow of college football. You know, he goes from winning at Jackson, and then he goes to a new situation with this school. Then he's losing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think still, like I said though, it's a learning lesson. It's a lot to be learned that fast and that short of a season because it was a fast one. I mean, it was a long one, but it was a fast one though, all at the same time.
But do you think cuz it one thing we got to put in picture, man, it's a lot of people that was happy about this decision and there was a lot of people that was upset about this. And some of them being in Colorado and we're seeing more of those upset people now.
Mm-hmm.
And like I stated before, when you're riding high and you're doing good, everybody is on the boat wagon. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on your tail, everybody on your team.
Yeah,
But the moment that you start losing or going through a little slump, and we can just apply this to life,
yeah,
your true friends, you find out who's really there for you and who's not.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and we're seeing it. You know what I'm saying? He hit a little road bump, and we're seeing the same ones that was riding with him ain't riding with him now. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? When it's crunch time, it gets real. We seeing who his real friends are, who his real supporters are. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So this is the thing I hate about it too. So it's not for if it wasn't for one thing, Dion already had he's already had haters all his whole career.
Mhm.
So you know, this year was more so about people watching him lose, which it was gonna be expected to me because one reason Dion has been in the spotlight, you know, like I said, he's had his past 3 years have been wonderful.
Mhm.
Now 2 years, you know, for the next 2 years, maybe next 3 years, he may see a bunch of losses. But you know, to me, is gonna build a character again. You know, if he comes back and hushes all of the people that would put him in a position to be a loser, because that's
Yeah,
basically what they wanted him to be, is a loser. Like you just said, it was gonna show who was his, you know, who his folks was. I mean, it just took. I mean, just a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't
yeah,
gonna be hard to do that. You know, I mean, look at the battles that he had to face, and look at the teams that he went against. You know, it
mhm,
wasn't like, you know, they're not in the best of conference, but they're in a conference that's good enough to be a contender.
yeah.
So for all of the hate that came with it, I'm kind of glad he had to feel this again. I'm not saying it as if in like I wanted Dion to be a loser. Nah, if he was a winner, he would have been a winner. But and again, I want to see him come back from this because I always say if somebody comes back from something that looks as ugly as this did, hey,
That's what really matters. That's what really people really pay the comeback.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And bro, let me throw this. Like, it's a lot of people that saying like, he abandoned the black college and this and that. But let me
uh-huh,
just say this: he went into a predominantly white school organization where a lot of black coaches wouldn't even get looked at. Like a lot of black
exactly,
coaches, we already know it's not really big. A lot of African Americans in coaching positions and owner positions, and you know what I'm saying, coaching staff, defense, not even just head coaches, defensive coaches, offensive coaches, special team. Like we all know, it's hard for black coaches to get accepted and get jobs. So I think it was good for him, even if he was like the scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? Because now those organizations will be looking at black African Americans because of Dion. Like, maybe we can find another Dion or somebody better, like just like Dion. So it puts the spotlight on these black coaches in these predominantly white places that you would feel like black coaches can't get jobs or get any looks. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was a good. I see the good and the bad that people are saying, but they also got to think about the doors that he opened up for African American to a predominantly white college. You know what I'm saying? Organization.
yeah, yeah. And this is the thing I've longed for him too, though, because like you just said, to move from one situation being the predominancy of black to predominancy of white. I mean, and this is excuse me,
He's
this is
still
one
gonna
thing I'm
be
trying to
black at the end of the day. That's what people don't
yeah,
realize. He's
it
still gonna be
doesn't
black.
switch the channel. Yeah, it doesn't switch the channel of being a black person just because you go from black to white. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have people feeling a certain kind of way about that. But again, there's only but so much that can be said, whether if you're in a black situation or a white situation. Your name is still going to be on it. It doesn't change the fact of that, okay, regardless of people gonna watch Deion Sanders. That's it. It doesn't
Exactly.
change. I mean, whether if he was at a black or a white school, people are still gonna look for Deion Sanders. So,
Exactly.
I mean, hey, I feel it's a certain code, like you said, though, for people now to separate, divide, then make that
It's
togetherness for
easy to do
somebody that's
that.
taking
It's
on.
easy. It's easy to do that
Yeah,
and unite. You know what I'm saying? It's easy
yeah,
to do that.
yeah,
And I think in our community, the black community as a whole, we don't really
uh
support our fellow brothers and sisters, like, you know what I'm saying, like we should. And that's
exactly,
sad. And if we don't support each other, how do we expect the other races to support us and respect us if we don't respect each other? So,
exactly.
like, regardless of how you felt, you and I heard people saying, I heard some Charleston White say the black people went with Dion to Colorado. That's what we should do. Like I stated when it first happened, we need to support our brothers and our sisters in their decisions, because how we might be looking at it, that's not how the person in those shoes are looking at it. He might be looking
Exactly.
at it as trying to bring opportunities to a white predominantly college, university, organization. Bring black
Yeah.
people there. You see the
Uh-huh.
changes he made with the players and stuff like that. He even changed the atmosphere, the swag about the college, the swag about the school. So how
Hmm.
did he go? He changed the college. He changed the
Yeah.
organization. He man, the staff when it came in and how it is now is completely different because he did a lot of moving and changing around. So how are people
Yeah.
saying the organization changed him? I don't understand. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. 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 And see, this is one of those things of and I'm gonna say, let's say it like this. One thing is, no matter what organization, and let's back up. So you notice how the college level has started a situation where there's this thing of black, then there's this thing of white, right?
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
go to an NBA, you go to an NFL, you go to an NHL, you
Uh-huh.
go to the next level in soccer. There's no black white guidelines. You notice how mixed up they give these kids mentality being in school, that there's this thing of black college and thing of white college, but there's no thing of black NBA or white NBA. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
black NFL, white NFL. There's no lines to when it gets to that a professional level. Ain't that's crazy to me. That's always been crazy to me.
It is. It is, and it gets overlooked. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? In those places, like um, like we have, for example, we have like white coaches. They can have bad records for 3, 4 years. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And still get opportunity at the opportunity at the opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And we put this pressure on Dion. His first year, he's supposed to win it all. But
yeah,
you have like Jason Garrett, the former Cowboy head coach, that had consecutive losing seasons. This man didn't even worry about losing his job and then face no
yeah,
scrutiny. The owner
yeah.
even supported him. So it's like, bruh, it's common sense, man. It's like we'll look different upon, and especially like we look different at regardless, but even with bigger positions and higher positions, they really
Mm-hmm.
gonna be on our necks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even with more responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
We got more responsibility when we get that bigger money and we get that bigger opportunity. It's more responsibility. And that one thing, like we said in the past, that one thing can take your whole career away. That one thing you say, that one thing you do. So we're held to a higher
Uh-huh.
accountability and standard. We walking on
Exactly.
eggshells.
And
Yeah,
this brings up the situation that I look at now. Like, it's a situation now. Um, I don't know if this video ever get heard or seen or thought about as this while we talking right now. Some people do watch this, but if this ever gets out there, there's a rapper by the name of D1. This dude is basically
I
like
know
a
him.
uh uh uh
I know.
artist that has broken a guideline of mixing, hip hop culture in a sense, but not all of hip hop culture into his way of presenting his music. He's done it in
Shout out
very
to
different
D1, man.
ways.
I'm personally connected to D1. I this same play brought me a lot of opportunities and stuff. Shout out to D1 if you check this out, man. Shout out Monkey Secretary. I'm working some music and meet you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead, bro. My bad.
Sometimes it's a thing of some people want a a a line, or it's a line. Some people feel that standing up, having a voice is a thing of, okay, you know, misuse. Oh, there's a thing of power, and then there's a thing of misuse of power, right? A lot
Yeah.
of artists that are out, especially those that are in considerably urban world. You know, the big names. I'm not gonna call out the names, but I could call out the names due to the case of I just know that a lot of people get salty about if you just say their name, and then if I say your name, if I do say your name in this stream, this is in no way, shape, or form as I'm coming at you or I'm clout chasing or I gotta say your name just to get fame. I don't care about that part. But the biggest part I'm gonna say is unlike the artistry of D1, D1 pushed a button a couple weeks ago due to uh him bringing up the names of Rick Ross, the name Meek Mill, the name Jim Jones. All of this stuff went well over all of these artists' heads because the case
Didn't
of
he
if it was
mention, bro? Didn't he mention Lecrae? Was that some years ago? Or
no,
was that recent?
no, that was like Lecrae. The Lecrae situation was like a few months, like not too long ago, like a half a year ago. When he
Yeah.
was that situation with him and Lecrae. But I feel as if in like even with the Lecrae situation, unlike that situation, it could get resolved. This situation that he created with the situation with Rick Ross, Meek Mill, and Jim Jones, really the two people he touched were more so Rick Ross and Jim Jones. Both of them, the biggest thing, this is what I want to say right here. And this is why I think a lot of artists get the situation mixed up. Um, if you're going to be an entertainer, remember, entertainment is the word. Entertainment is the word. Also, what comes along with you being an entertainer is you're gonna have followers. You're gonna have people that listen to you, and you're gonna have people that's taking in what you're saying. So you easily can get, like D1 says, you can get brainwashed by this new music that's out now. It can brainwash you if you're not paying attention to it the correct way. If you're digesting it, I feel bad for you. But most of the times it's like, okay, you have the ability to be somebody, to be an entertainer, to be in front of people. You want to give the people the message that's real, that's true. Rick Ross ain't got to go kill nobody. Jim Jones ain't got to go kill nobody. And even when Jim Jones spoke on the situation, he said it as if in like, you got to watch how you say my name. My little cousin might not like how you say my name, and he might roll up on you and do something to you and say something like that. Now, that's my whole entire point. It's you get big. You get to this point where you feel as if it's the money. And I get it. It is the money. But in a sense, you're willing to basically brainwash the next generation and after that generation to lines that you're saying. So like one thing I always think about is that song Rick Ross say, pull up at the red light. And in my mentality is like, okay, it's a lot that you could be thinking about going on in your mind. You listen to these songs and you could already been about to kill somebody, right? You go listen to this brainwashed out music about somebody about to like really pull that trigger, and they go pull that one that be the one that's go pulling that trigger. And then Rick Ross still sitting at the crib. He ain't got to worry about pulling the trigger. Yeah, he got about,
Bro, can
he
I
might
say
have,
something? Can I say
go
something?
ahead. Yeah.
That's why I've always said it's a line between entertainment and real life.
Yeah.
I've always been that dude that always stood on what I say. That's why my name, my
Yeah.
entertainment name is Quincy Murdoch, my government name, because what I'm giving you is me. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I don't have this persona because I know the what, like the effect of what we say how can it affect kids and affect people. You know what I'm saying? And I
Mhm.
know it used to be a lot of people that say you have to do certain things to go viral. It was all about going viral, but
Mhm.
I've always thought about my actions. I've always stood on what I say and what I do. I have to live up to that. What I say in my
Yeah.
songs, I have to live up to that. What I
Yeah.
put like my videos and stuff like that. That's why you don't see no guns in my videos. You don't never see it. You don't see the change because that's not me. You don't see me smoking weed and drinking in the video because that's not me. So I think it's a thin line between entertainment and real life. And if you're not
Mm-hmm.
really living that, especially if you're not living that, and you're preaching this to them kids in this generation, you wrong. And I respect
Mm.
him for calling out people like that, cause it's true.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But yeah, my
yeah.
bad. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
No. This is my entire point. The validity of a person, to this day is starting to seem as if in character is okay. What I rap about, don't pay nothing attention to that. That's what a lot of these rappers should say. That should be the instead of putting that explicit lyrics on that, they should put don't
Like
believe
you
one
said,
word I say in
you
any of
know,
these raps.
and the reason why is because that the real artists and the real entertainers, the one, you know what I'm saying, are getting overlooked by the fake. The ones that's not really who they say they are. So, like you said, they need to
Yeah.
come out and just say that. They need to put it on their
Yeah.
records. No, this is not really me. I'm just rapping this. Or in
Yeah.
this movie, this is not me. This is just me acting out a person. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
really this. Like, we need to be
Exactly.
accountable for what we put out, because what I think is the fake stuff is overshadowing the real. And
It is.
the real authentic is getting overshadowed but over the fake with the fake. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
And me being a real artist and real person, I'm speaking on it because it hurts us. It hurts ourselves. It hurts the traction that comes our way, because some people are really thrown in and believe in these other artists just because it's
Mm-hmm.
glamorous and it's in your face. You know what I'm saying? It might be crazy, but it's viral. It might be
Yep.
negative, but it's viral. You know what I'm saying? And you have
You're
somebody
right.
like me that gives you blood, sweat, and tears, the truth, trying to save lives instead of, and we get overlooked. So that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you right on that. Like, people
Yeah,
got to
and that's
start, saying who they are.
yeah, and that's my thing. The accountability these days is crazy to me. Like I'm blown to the fact that the entertainers really don't take accountability as anything anymore. Like I remember Charles Barkley, I never forget that man saying,
Not a
I
role
am not a
model.
role model. And the reason being, you say it, but you gotta remember, no matter what's going on, you're gonna have to stand accountable for what you're doing on TV. It's entertainment.
People are always looking at you. People are always listening to you,
Yep.
regardless
All
if
the
we want
time.
to or not. When you
Yeah,
get in that position and you're getting paid, you get paid to basically be a role model. You're getting paid
exactly.
to be in the spotlight. This is what you signed up for. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And man, bro, I was watching the Barry Sanders documentary. Now, he was a prime example of, like, of a positive role model. Like, he didn't say much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He did his thing on the field. A good
Yep.
dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, his story was good. Like, he was humble. You know what I'm saying? And we need more people like that. If you're
Yep.
like that, show that side, because that's good. And I
Yep.
think a lot of artists are like that behind closed doors. But
They are.
like I said, they let this music consume, they let this fame consume, and make them
And it
turn into
tear them up.
something they ain't.
It
Yeah,
tear them up. It tear
yeah.
them up. And that's the part where that's why I'm at right now with it. Even in the next thing, even speaking on the situation, how Joe Budden brought his little nose into this situation. I'm considering now that even as what he's doing, he's a podcaster. Shout out to him and what he does, but you got this big platform, and your situation now is cutthroat, right? And then you take a cutthroat situation, like he took a shot at D1 basically by saying, stop talking about, keep, he said something like, I know these rappers, I know these people, on that level. And you know what I'm saying? He needs basically telling D1 he need to watch himself or he gonna get his Christian A shot. Or he gonna get, it's basically dealt with. But in the same sense, why point out somebody that's doing right? And this is the part that gets me. You got people that's out here that's trying to do right, live right, put out the
For
right
one,
message.
for one, for one, for one, bro. Anybody that say something on wax ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah,
Anybody that puts that, because you basically self snitching. Real gangsters rolling in silence for one, Joe Budden.
yeah,
Like all that rah, like we don't get on here and talk and say what we're gonna do and this and that. And majority of
yeah,
the time nowadays, bro, man, people don't even want that action. It's all about online. It's all about being on character online. But when you see these people, man, they ain't on what they say they on. So I
yeah.
would, if I was D1, I wouldn't even worry about it. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
and
I wouldn't even
and the
worry
good
about it.
thing, and that's the good thing I'm happy about with the situation with him. He wasn't even phased by it, bro. He came right back.
Because when you
Even
tell them the truth, bro, look, when you tell them the truth, you
yeah,
have no reason to fear anything.
no,
What Charleston White say? I'm willing to die, kill, or go to jail for what I say
yeah,
and what I do. And what he's saying is he believes in everything that he's saying and he's doing. So
yeah,
when you feel like it's coming from a heart, a place in you, and you're telling the truth, no matter how hard, like I heard somebody say the truth don't have no fit, truth don't care about feelings.
they
The
don't.
truth don't care about feelings, bro. The truth is gonna be the truth. So if
Yep,
you and your feelings
it
over
is.
the truth, that's you. I'm willing to die,
Yeah,
kill, and go to jail for the truth, telling my truth. You know what I'm saying? If
yep.
you hate it or love it. So
And
yeah,
that's the
that's I
part.
respect him.
Yeah, that's the part that that's the part we're moving into as far as a human being. Even my own self. Take the initiative to be accountable for the stuff that you're saying. So if we get on here, whether if I'm on here, whether if I go to church, if I go down the street, if I go to the gas station, if I go in
Yeah,
Walmart, if I go in wherever I go in, am I going to be able to translate that person the same? Is somebody gonna be able to translate me the same everywhere? Well, so am I on here? Am I the same way on here, or am I a different person on here than I am when I'm off of here? That's what people. That's the part of accountability. What I'm saying right there, like you just
yeah,
said, it
yeah.
shouldn't. It's sad that it's got to the point where I say the saturation of who people you know, call themselves to be.
Yeah.
To me, there's only but so much a person can hide when they hide behind a costume. That's kind
Yeah.
of a direct shot at somebody I know, but at the same time, it's the truth.
Yeah.
There's a direct situation you are hiding. If you feel that you have to get on camera and get behind a costume, you're hiding something. Seriously. I know
Some of
this
these
now.
people, some of these people don't know how to get out of character. They
Yeah.
get in character and don't know how to get out of character.
Yeah.
They so consumed into this persona that they feel, and they become that character.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I like entertainment. Like I said, it's a thin line between entertainment and real life. Some people don't know how to separate the two.
They don't.
I'm saying they think who
They
they
don't.
are entertainment wise, that's who they supposed to be in real life.
Yeah.
So I'm calling girls hoes and bees and sluts, and I ain't never with my kids. The entertainment, I'm putting this out there to them. So now I want to go home and do that to my kids and wife, like treat them how I'm faking it in the entertainment, but now it's consuming me. Now I'm doing it in real life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Some people don't know how to separate the two. So that's why I said sometimes this fame is bigger than morals to some people. This money bigger than morals and respect to some people. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is. It
So
is. It is. It
it's
is.
sad, bro.
Now that part has been, you know, is eradicated now. Now you can't tell the situation like how many you talk about with like rappers and being a singer and
Yeah,
being, a rapper. Like the case of being a singer is such a safe place. To
Yeah.
me, as watching artists now, it's a safe place. Being a rapper is a dangerous place.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous game to get yourself in because first of all, you have to be ready for somebody to hate you.
Yeah.
You cannot be a lyricist, you cannot be a rapper with even if you're a god rapper or whether if you're a hell rapper.
They
You're
gonna
going
test you. They gonna test you for what you rapping about. They gonna
all day,
test you and see if you really about that. That's why
all day.
you have to brand yourself accordingly. That's why all this stuff, like what we say, marketing,
Mhm.
branding yourself and knowing who you are. See me, I got gospel God in my songs, but I never came off as a churchy person. I never said I was perfect. I never said I was a Christian. I
Right.
believe in God. God is my main source. Do I make mistakes?
Mhm.
Yes. So, but that's what we have to be open like that to people. I believe in God, but I'm not perfect. Neither are you.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
that's the key. But some people want to come into the game and be one thing
Yep.
and just center around just this one persona, this one character. And then when they're tested, they don't know how to respond to it. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need to come in the beginning and let people know who you are. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
Simple.
Yep. It's this is my biggest hate.
It's a good conversation, bro. Like
Yeah,
it's
this
good
this is
conversation.
the biggest thing moving next. This kind of so we can level this one out. Because we can talk about this like all day.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I brought it up though is really mainly because of you know as we moving from the basic uh how we move as a brand now, not even
Yeah.
as and this is why I tell you I look at the whole situation more than just saying it's a podcast. I look at it as something that's a brand, right? And the reason why I look
It
at it
is,
as
bro.
the reason why I look at it as a brand is because something doesn't take anything away from a person. I don't want people to see a person. I want people to see a brand. The reason why I
Exactly.
like for people to see a brand is now I understand differently. It's just like an organization, right? So like
Mm-hmm.
when I went to to the 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago now, I went to that situation with the Giving Heart
Yeah.
project, and, to
Shout out to
see
them.
how they interact with different brands, different organizations,
Yeah.
things how things are given to them, and understanding how and why people are giving to them. In the sake of saying that, this isn't even one of the biggest organizations out here, right? But at the
Yeah.
same time, they're doing such a big time thing in real time, and looking at it, being around it, seeing it gave me a whole different outlook, a whole different mindset towards what we're going to do moving forward.
Yeah.
So for what we do, the biggest thing is this is one thing that I had to realize. You by yourself have access to a circle, meaning a circle of people where you are, where you live, where you prevail. So
Yeah.
you in Statesville, whether if you're in Statesville, whether if you go to Mooresville, or whether if you go to let's take you over a good bit. You could go to like
Charlotte,
the Spencer area, or you can come down to the Charlotte area, or
Troutman, all
Hunter,
that, all that, the Troutman
Hunters
area,
the
all
Huntersville
that.
area. You
Yeah.
can it's different access points to where you are. The biggest
Yeah.
thing the biggest thing now, what you have to realize is what you have to do, and this is what can be helpful for us. And I'm not saying this is how
The brand.
exactly. Yeah, this is not exactly how to do it. You come up with your own way to present it. But the biggest thing is like I told you, when somebody sees something, as in, okay, everybody sees an Apple phone, they know it's an Apple phone because the case of it's got that Apple logo on the back of it, right? And I'm gonna
Yeah.
take this phone apart real quick just to prove my point of what I'm saying when I tell people this. And it's not the case of saying that it was done for the case of, oh, we like, we like for people to know who Apple is. Yes, we do like to know who Apple is. But the biggest thing is, if somebody has an Apple phone in their hand, right? Finally
Yeah.
got it out of here. Right? They got an Apple phone in their hand. What's the first thing somebody is going to recognize is this Apple logo that's on the back. Right? So
Yeah.
if I'm talking on it, they're gonna see that Apple brand is on the back. Or if I'm on it, just texting on it, they're gonna see that Apple logo is on the back. The
Yeah.
same way, just how you was talking about the other day, you said something. Um, you was talking to the people basically. You was giving them. You had said something like the reason why I, I say or I speak on my movie coming
Oh,
so much
yeah.
is because
Reason why I talk about the same thing over and over while I promote my music, my movie and stuff like that is because how Walmart will spend millions in, you know what I'm saying, in endorsements and branding and millions in that to promote their business.
mm-hmm,
We're a business too. I'm a business too. I'm a brand too.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And see, this is the part where I want to stress that part. So just as
We're a brand. You
you,
feel me? Yeah.
yeah, just as you have access to who you are, at the same time, you have access to who I am as well.
Yeah.
So this is what you have to realize, and this is what I have to realize, and this is what I've been realizing. We can cover a lot more ground if we're willing to be a meaning an organization, meaning it's organized as not just music podcast, but at the same time, you have your way of understanding and knowledge to connecting with people. There's only
Yeah.
but so many ways to connect with people. You have to go out, you have to go see what's going on. I
Yeah.
encourage you to go look into rec centers, to go look into YMCAs, to go look into all these places, even churches. It ain't saying you got to go be churchy, but go look at the organizations that they're doing, the things that they're offering. Even if it's a thing of if it's a vendor event, if it's a vendor event, plan to go set up your stuff. Meaning, it doesn't have to be anything super super huge. But what I'm looking into getting is I need to get some tablecloths and put the Not Just Music Podcast logo on them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in time, they're easy printable things, printouts, cards, poster cards, whatever it is in the nature of something that is easy to hand to somebody, or if nothing else, it's easy that they can scan it and take it with them when they leave. Whether if we're just giving a case of saying, well, we're here because we're here to gather clothes for teens. We're here to gather clothes for uh babies. We're here to gather clothes for adults.
Yeah.
Strategic. Yeah, how strategic I'm being from being at that being around them to get all those kids to be in one place at one time. It was organized. It took more
Yeah.
than one person. And bro, they had maybe 10 people, maybe 15 people just volunteering, bro. That's it.
Well,
And all of this became something, and it didn't have anything to do with money. All of the stuff that they gave away was given. It was given for free for them to have. That's the kind of way I'm trying to get us to touch folk, bro. And it's not saying we can't do the podcasting thing. We still can do the podcasting thing. That's the podcast. That's this. We sit down, we talk, we record it, we make that be that. Outside of this though, because we are talking for right now, all we're doing is talking. We're gonna have to make it something solid. We're gonna have to be in front of these people that are locally because we need them to help us as far as pushing the brand around here. Meaning, so we have all the way from Rock Hill, South Carolina to Statesville, North Carolina, bro. That's a long gap, and we should be able to cover all of that. Just due to the nature of it's two people. It ain't like, Quincy got to go do this all by himself. Quincy got to go all the way to Macon, Georgia, Sunday on his own money, on his own thing. Yeah, but at the same time, think about it like this: the brand that I'm trying to build. So in the case of saying let's say we sell 100 shirts by next year. Let's say the next 6 months we sell 100 shirts, right? So 100 shirts sold will be as income. Let me see. That'll be
how much we sell
2,000. That'll be 2,000. That'll be a little over $2,700, right? So in the case,
and I'm not gonna. And I'm gonna say this: nothing is impossible, bro.
Nothing is impossible. Yeah, nothing is impossible. So just take the knowledge like this, right? So in the case of we're going to these events, we take shirts, we take all of this stuff, but the biggest thing that we're coming to do is we're coming to raise and get clothes or get food, canned goods, or anything in the detailed nature of what it is that we're looking for. Not only are we doing that, but we're also showing that we are another more than just that too. We're a podcast. We can get the word out to people. They'll be like, okay, you know what? Well, we need y'all help to get this word out because we're not a media company, but at the same time, media is needed. It's needed.
It is.
It's needed. People don't know what they're doing with these camera and this audio, bro. It's a big platform, and I noticed it now because, like I said, due to the emails that we've been getting lately, I've been blown away with some of the people that are hitting us up. It ain't like all the time, but it's every here and now and then that one email come through and be like, okay, people paying this attention. It's being
they paying it attention. You saying they paying it attention?
I mean the email that I got from those twins didn't come out of nowhere. If it's a thing of, I hate to say this right now, but I'm speaking on it now because the case of for people to hear this as well. Know that none of this stuff is free. I'm not doing the saying everything should be free, but for those things and those moments that should be free, they'll be free. But for the case of saying this is everything that I've dreamed of doing. I didn't get this far and have learned all of this knowledge for nothing. The case of people just wanting to just say, okay, I just want to sit down and talk and express my feelings. And yeah, that's a good thing. We can do that. But to do it on a situation like this, where it's video, there's audio,
you gotta pay. You gotta pay.
We have to make it make sense. We have to put it all out. You just really want the content, and I understand that. People want good content. That makes sense. I'm not mad at you. I want good content.
You gotta pay for good content.
You gotta pay for it. I mean, none of the stuff that I have that we're sitting on and we're talking on, recording on is free. I didn't get it for free. I didn't walk up to none of them folk, be like, look, can I get all of this for free? No, they had to look. I got a price tag on it. Pay me for it. You can have it. That's how it goes. To further yourself, sometimes that's what it's gonna have to take. People get so offended by that part though, because the case of they feel as if in like that's a hurdle. That's what it's supposed to be. Yeah, everybody ain't supposed to be in this position to do this. It's not for everybody. Everybody not gonna be able to do it. So again, moving forward, we're ahead of everybody already. I see it. I see how it's going because everybody cannot release content as fast as us. So imagine the next 5 years shouldn't be a problem if we're already expanding ourselves to do more. So with that being said, let me show this now because I don't want to take this stream with so long. Let me show this because this is important. This is very important. Everybody that's paying attention. This is the new situation we have going on. Q has already introduced it.
Yes, sir.
So we are now officially moving into the world of merch. This is not a thing of saying this is going to be all about not just music podcast. This is going to be about
Oh,
a wide brand of everything. Firstly, starting off, yes, I'm focusing on those of us that do this podcasting thing. I
yes,
genuinely love it from the bottom of my heart. You know, it's something that
me
I've
too.
kind of just derailed myself into doing now. So for the case of saying, if you are a podcaster, a lot of these looks and things will be very big for you. Especially I didn't want to just say when I release this, I want to be just concentrating on one look. Right now, it's a male look, there's a female look. The
That's
female's
dope.
look is going to take this is not the only twist. I shall make another twist to this in time to come. They're going to be a little more girly looking because I know the fact of y'all have a certain look, a certain shirt that y'all like to wear. So again, this is for
But we
right
got
now.
we starting somewhere though. We gotta
Yeah,
start
this
somewhere.
is it. Yeah, you got to start somewhere for the look and understanding. I know
But these are dope. These are dope. That's
a
very
lot of
girly right
you have
there.
wanted to see. So yeah, again, these shirts will be $27 for the small sizes. As you get to the bigger sizes, double X and triple X, it'll raise a few dollars. I think it'll be $30 and for the 2X and $31 for 3X. But if you need
Nice
a bigger
price for
size,
a dope shirt, man.
if
Nice
you need a
price,
bigger
man. For a dope.
size, yeah, yeah. If you need a bigger size, just let it be known. Contact information is at the bottom of this page. So if you need, you can call, you can email, you can go to the website, however, whatever other options you have, you can contact and get to us.
Great material, excellent material. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nice shirts, man. Real
The
nice shirts, man. Get you one.
biggest biggest point is what I'm trying to say. Let's make this make sense. Again, this is for the fellow podcasters. And this is just a starter look. I have a whole lot more coming, but for right now, to get the ideas out, to get the ideas rolling out, and anybody that's paying this attention right here, hear this as well. Anybody that purchases these shirts, these looks, you will receive something free with it as well. It could be something as something digital, or in something in most cases it will be physical because these shirts will be shipped to you. So I'm not. This is top. I mean, I'm not like playing with y'all. Like literally, pick your size. Add it to the bag. When you add it to the bag, go over here to checkout. It allow you if you're signed into Google Pay, you can sign in. I mean, you can sign into your Google Pay, sign out. I mean, and check out with your Google Pay. You also, I think I have one more feature on here too, that way you can use your Apple Pay as well. All major credit cards are accepted. The biggest thing about this, everybody, is not. This is no low level situation. Once you enter your email, it'll allow you to come back and track your order as the situation
Wow.
goes on. So if
Wow.
the order is there, you'll be able to
Useful
track
for
your order
people
when
like
you're
me.
shipping.
Useful
Yeah,
for
when you're
people like me,
shipping,
man.
yeah,
Yeah.
when you ship, so even if you come off of this screen, you can come back, you can sign in, put your email in. It'll send you a link. You'll get a link to your email. You'll be able to sign into your account. You'll see what's going on with how many clothes you bought. You'll also see details. I might even throw use some gift cards in there to give to some folk. $5 guitar. You can use it for yourself, or even like I said, you can purchase it for somebody else or something like that. It'll be some exclusive things that I'm gonna give to people for purchasing from us. It's a big thing. It's not like a small thing. This is something that we've been waiting to do for a while. I mean, this is a brand now, so to further what we're trying to do, this will skyrocket everything. I'm telling y'all. But again, as simple as I just showed y'all. Again, here's checkout. Once you again enter your email, it'll take you over to checkout. Let me see. You might even be able to do something right now just to see what it looks like. Just to show. Yeah. So when you get over here, you enter all your details, of course, so you can see where to ship it to. None of this stuff is for me to have. This is for the sake of saying you will receive your product or what you buy, your merch to whatever you know what I'm saying, whatever it is that you're gonna get from us. Again, after you enter this in, you'll move into the delivery part where to ask you about where you want it to be shipped to and which company you want to use. Again, give us a few days. And then you can come back on here and look, and it'll give you an update, maybe a day or two, update you on how long it'll take you to get your clothes in or your merch in or whatever it is that you're getting. That was fast. I think I got everything out.
You got it, bro. You got it. You got it.
So yeah, but yeah, that's again. I'm not trying to hold. I think I said more than I expected to on this whole lie. I think we've been almost an hour in, bro. But the biggest thing that I'm again that I'm trying to do is we did a lot in 2023. We accomplished a lot, especially on the level of what we were already doing as completing something. A movie was a big feat to complete. So now that we have that as a completion,
we gotta throw in the music too, man. You know, This Is True Love did great. You know what I'm saying? The streams on Apple Music was out the roof. You know, we still was active with the music. You know, I was active with the music. You just dropped a new song. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't just leaving the music now either. You know what I'm saying? We still got a lot. We doing a lot. That's the good part about this. We do more than one thing, not just music. But we still do music though. So don't get it twisted, people. We still yeah.
So and even next, then like I said, we even over the next couple months, and you know, as in January comes in, let's you know, as a whole, as the people that do pay attention to what we do, you know, hear this out now. Get a hold of what you can now with what's going on, because if you don't catch on to it now, by the time that it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, which I do know is going to be that, because I mean, you can't beat it when the dedication is there. The dedication is there, a lot can get done. So with the dedication being there, those that are listening to us while we're at this level right now, please catch hold. Whether if you buying merch or if you go onto their website, subscribe, you know, stay locked in, because I'm getting ready to start giving away some stuff. And I want all y'all to catch on to it now. So when later comes, I already know y'all. I can see who we're dealing with right now at this level, and it makes sense to me. So when we get big, it's not a thing of saying, oh, you get big, you forget about people. No, you don't forget about people. You just remember those that stuck with you when you was in the gym practicing, when you just getting everything started. You remember them people. I'm not if I'm so big that I can't know who you are, that means you wasn't with me in the beginning. So learn it now. Learn who Q is now. Get to know Q now. If you don't know Q, better go find Q. Talk to Q while he at this level.
I'm approachable, man.
It's not his fault once he gets to a certain level to where he doesn't recognize a lot of who he used to notice or bring or be around. That's not his fault if you didn't stick around. So move with haste, y'all. Seriously, it's not for hate. It's not for being upset. It's not for being mad. Let's raise. If we're gonna do something together, let's do it now. You better start now. Holler at me now while it's still worthy of pricing. Because if it's too big of a price, it ain't my fault. Remember that. But again, it ain't mine. But again, man, it was good, bro. We don't have to do 1,000 of them. I could actually break this one.